There it is. We are live. Hi, it is a Saturday morning. I'm Rabbi Brian. This is service number 320, the Saturday Spiritual Religious Gathering hosted by Religion Outside the Box, rotb.org. I want to welcome you. I'm glad that you're here. I have people who are live and have joined, and I'm going to put them all on the screen. Oh, I did it. There they are. Um, People do a little wave. Say hi to the folks on YouTube and on Facebook. Uh, and let me make a quick little announcement to the people on Facebook, on YouTube.
Recording in progress.
Uh-oh.
Uh, it didn't seem to have started, so I just started it.
Oh, we'll find out. This might be a one-off. We might not get a recording. We might.
Well, it shows
Oh,
as recording now.
I
Cloud recording is on.
okay. I get a recording on my computer. So
Oh, you have a different kind of recording. I
yeah.
apologize. Shall I turn off the cloud recording? I
Uh,
apologize for.
no worries. No worries.
Okay.
Um, Oh, I was going to say to those who are on Facebook and YouTube, last week I did a thing where I hit a button and I muted everyone except for me on the audio after we did breakout rooms, and that was totally my fault. And I'm going to ask if you're on YouTube or on Facebook right now and there's something goes wrong and you lose the audio, spam the comments. Just keep saying, "Hey, we can't hear you. Hey, we can't hear you," so that we know we can't. We are not currently able to monitor. Um, anyway, I think you get the idea. We have a very special birthday. Where is our birthday gal?
She's with Bob.
Okay, so I cannot zoom in today, but there with
Can I
Bob.
spotlight her?
Yeah, please. There we go. There's Rita.
Yay!
And Rita
Oh, it's
is celebrating a birthday, and I don't know what number, and I don't know that she wants the number told.
75.
75.
Oh, nice one.
And she has requested birthday with song.
oh
So
dear.
Maria, if you
Oh,
would
she
put
has
all of
no
us,
idea. She has no idea what she's in for.
let's not let's not
Happy
s-
birthday.
let's not sell ourselves short. It's a beautiful thing. It's the thought that counts. So let's I will start, and then everyone please join me, and we're singing a happy birthday to Rita. So it goes like this. Happy
Happy
birthday to
birthday
you.
to
You.
you.
Happy
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 birthday
birthday
to
birthday
you.
to
Happy
you.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
dear
dear
Rita.
Rita.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
And
you.
many more.
more.
Many more.
Next
Well,
time we
that
need a
was
little up tempo. Next time it should be a little more up tempo. That's the
Yeah.
birthday. That's the birthday dirge.
Yeah, really.
we're gonna go for it's possible, but we're gonna go for positive. We're aiming again for 4 positive comments for every one correction that we make. So gosh, that was a lot of people singing. That's one. Two,
They were singing with love.
they were singing with love. And three, we got to celebrate with Rita.
Yeah.
And we'll take three and we'll
And
round up.
four, because
Yeah,
It was
because
fun.
because it's slower, it's more simultaneous than if you were singing faster.
I think so.
No, it
There we
wasn't.
go.
No,
So
it wasn't.
we front loaded s- 4 comments to make up for any uh
Negative.
negative. All right. I wanted
If nothing else, the song is heartfelt.
Ms. Heartfelt. This is heartfelt.
Yes.
Lovely to see. Some people have joined in since I said hi. So hi to Chad and Lisa and to Gord and to Ruth. Hi, Carolyn and Jack and Michael and Diana and Ray and Carol and Michael. We got a bunch of people still joining. Wonderful. So glad to see all of you. Um, I want to start with a review of something that happened in January. In January, and Maria, if you have the ability to put the link in the chat,
Oh, right. Yep.
in January, we decided that people might adopt a theme of the year and that we would check in every so often and say, what did we learn about the whatever your theme of the year was? I took the theme of non-urgency, which I think is um, the the whole idea of a Sabbath is of saying, let's stop this rat race. You know, if you're winning the rat race, you're a rat.
True.
And it
It's
was
slow.
pointed out that we might not all remember what we signed up to. How many of you remember what your theme of the year was? Anyone? Got a few people. Fantastic. And if you don't have a theme of the year, Maria posted in the chat the list of themes that people picked. And I encourage you to pick a theme. And what we're going to do next week is I'm going to ask you, what's one thing that you learned about your theme? What's one little wisdom biscuit that you have that you can share with everyone so that we don't all have to do all the learning ourselves? We can learn from each other. So, what's one thing that you learned about your theme of the year? Um, and we'll take that for homework. My oh, go ahead, Larice.
I don't know what mine is. Can Maria tell me what mine is?
Ooh, I'll go check.
I
Thank you.
think wonderful, wonderful.
Thank you.
Um, I want to also go back and review two things that happened last week. One, um, I called on somebody to answer a question. Bad Rabbi. They didn't volunteer. I called on them. And what I loved about what they did was they said, I don't really want to answer a question right now. And it was one of the clearest examples of setting a boundary firmly, kindly, and effectively. But I just wanted to call it out about how they just asked for what they needed and everything moved on from there. It was a delightful little moment. Second thing I wanted to review today. Oh, I did say there were two things, and I so knew what both of them were a minute ago.
You see yourself That's my there? Line.
Well, okay. Let's check back in
Learning.
with Larice. Did we find Larice's theme of
Did
the week?
Larice, you haven't picked one. I don't see your
Oh,
name on the document.
Oh, okay. I didn't, huh? Oh,
so
well.
Yeah.
you get to pick anything you want to learn about more this year. Hope, compassion, whatever it is you want. Um, okay.
Come, come to deep dive and we'll help you pick one, Larice.
Yeah.
Who?
Perfect.
Well, that's a good
Right.
idea.
I'm holding my open hand showing 5 fingers. It has to do with learning.
No volume.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
fantastic. Very good. And hi, Greg. Glad to see you up
Yeah.
and about. How are you feeling,
Hi.
buddy? You all right?
Pretty good. We're getting there.
You
Good.
get there. Okay. Thank you, Greg. Glad that you're joining from where you're joining, and we've been talking about you and holding you in our good thoughts. So hopes for steady
Yes,
healing
thank you.
quickly. Um,
It's going well.
go ahead, Maria.
Rabbi, would the second thing have been about the Good Samaritan?
No, but that's where I was about to
No?
pivot to.
Okay.
Oh, I
Sorry.
remember the second thing. Thank you so much, Maria. The second thing was last week we had a beautiful example of the 70% rule. And for those of you who are not familiar with the 70% rule, the 70% rule says that if somebody's saying something and they miss a fact, but it's within 70% of the tolerance, don't nitpick with them. Just let the thing go. And last week, I did a I did a little bit of a tricky, and I said today is the 2nd of May. Last week we were still in April, and I started the service last week by saying, "Welcome to the service. It is May 2026. I'm
We
Rabbi
talk about
Brian, the
the ruling.
host of the
That's what
service."
we got.
And I said the wrong date intentionally and did it pretty quickly. And I was so delighted by hearing people afterwards know that I had said the wrong thing, but not correct me. So kudos to everybody. If we were in
Almost
person,
everybody.
I would give you a shiny sticker in the color of your choice. But well done on implementing the 70% rule of not. It's not easy. Our impulse is to correct somebody and make sure everything is right. And so that was the second thing. Let
We
me
were all we were all trying to be too kind and saying, "Oh, our poor demented rabbi, let's not point it out to him."
Can never be too kind.
Yeah, exactly how Jack just said it. You can never be too kind. And
That's true.
why torment a forgetful rabbi?
Could we
All right.
discuss
We-
deception?
It's another option. It's another way of expressing our love for you, dear.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Not correcting someone is a way of expressing love, right? I love
Even if
that.
you're only pretending to be demented.
I might be. I might have a lot of you fooled. Somebody had a question. There was somebody who was talking besides George, and I missed that voice. Who was that? We're
I
all good.
said, could we discuss deception?
Deception. What would you like to discuss about deception? Oh, because I
Wh-
deceived everyone by
Yeah,
intentionally
yeah,
doing
yeah,
it. Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
I asked for forgiveness. Please forgive me. But I'm really okay with what I did.
Yes, I am too.
Um, so let's talk about the Good Samaritan. I talked some about the Good Samaritan last week, and it came to me that not everyone knew the story of the Good Samaritan. And so the phrasing of it, and there's a point that we'll get to. So I'm going to just some of this will be review of what we talked about last week.
Here's here.
Okay, got a lot of rogue microphones happening today. The story of the Good Samaritan. The phrase "Good Samaritan" for many of you might be, and I thought about this, and it's forgive me for saying so, but it might be as though the person telling the story was telling you the story of the compassionate MAGA, where the idea of there being a good Samaritan at the time that the story was written, Samaritans were looked down on and despised. And so the idea that one Samaritan could be a good Samaritan was a wild idea. So let me bring us back to 1973 when this study is done in Princeton University. And I did a little bit of a longer research into it so I can give you a little bit more facts. They took seminary students and they broke them into two groups initially. And these two groups will wind up not being important at all, but they broke them into one group were to write a paper about careers, education, and the ministry. And the other group was to write about the story of the Good Samaritan. So they had all these seminary students write papers. And then here's where the experiment starts. For one of the groups, they said, you have to go over to building B to deliver your paper. It's about a 5 minute walk. You have 10, 15 minutes until they're ready for you. So go walk over to building B. The second group, they said, oh my goodness, we've screwed up the time. You have to be over at building B. It's a 5 minute walk. You only have 5 minutes to get there. Get going now. Two different, two different instructions about time. On the way to building B, the experimenters had a plant who was a person in distress sitting on the way to building B so that the seminary students would have to pass this person in distress. And the question was, would the people who wrote about the Good Samaritan stop at a higher rate than the people who wrote about careers in the ministry? And the answer was that that didn't matter at all, which is kind of strange, but human beings are human beings. What mattered the most was if you were in a rush, 1 out of 10 people stopped to help the person in distress. But if you weren't in a rush, 6 times that, 60% of people, there was a third group. I'm leaving the third group out. So if you realize my math was a little off, just leave it be. 6 times the number of people stopped if they had the time, if they weren't in a rush. And I think this is what human beings do, right? How many of you, can I get a little bit of facial recognition, a little bit of feedback from some of your faces that this story, you understand this story, and when you're in a rush, you're not going to be as open-minded or as kind as you would be if you weren't in a rush.
But in the
And,
parable of the Good Samaritan, they had all the time in the world, each one of them.
Yeah.
and they didn't have to write a paper about being in seminary either. Give me, so in my mind, as my theme for this year is non-urgency, I thought the more urgent I am, the less kind, the less I'm willing to help. And I thought about it was in my house, I'm willing to do whatever it is that my kids or Jane asked me to do. But if I'm in a rush, I'm going to do it much more begrudgingly, right? The more I'm rushing, the
Hmm.
less kind I'm going to be. Therefore, the more I can build in spacious time, the kinder I'm going to wind up being, the more good deeds I'm going to do. And it also gave me a little bit of pause to think about my hometown of Manhattan and how the zeitgeist there is to rush. And if I'm in a
Don't stop.
rush, don't stop. But if I'm a country bumpkin who's just lazily walking along, of course I'm going to stop. It's the right thing to
Getting run
do.
over too.
Yeah. I'll take a comment or two and then we're going to go a little deeper into this. Go ahead, Karen, and then Michael.
This week I saw a video from a marathon. I don't know where it was,
It was in
but
London, England.
is that where it was? Okay.
Yeah.
And at the end of the race, one of the runners cramped up and fell down and couldn't make it. So two runners stopped, helped him up. It messed up their time, but got him to the end of the race.
Right? It's a beautiful
Yeah.
thing. What a beautiful
Yeah.
story. I can only imagine that some of the runners who didn't stop
Yeah.
afterwards thought to themselves, I'm hoping they thought to themselves, oh, fuck me, I should have stopped. There was a far better thing for me to have done. I like to imagine that that's what they were thinking and that those who ran past the fallen runner had some regret.
Yeah.
I don't know. Michael, go ahead.
I would.
Morning. I'm not too inclined to say it's kindness or unkindness. I'm leaning more towards when you're thinking that you've got to be somewhere, you're not. Your focus gets small.
Yeah, right.
Your awareness of your surroundings, it gets small. You sort of withdraw into yourself, and it's more of a perception thing than a choice. Like, oh, I'm not going to stop with that guy. I'm too much in a hurry. You probably don't even see him.
Right. So this is exactly right. I'm not even seeing problems because I'm so involved in what I have to get done. I'd like to think that I'm helping. Thank you, Michael. Go ahead, Dan.
So I haven't seen that video about the marathon, but taking it from what Karen said, it was at the end of the race. I'm assuming this wasn't like the first few finishers. I'm very
Correct.
dubious that the first few finishers would have done that for exactly the reason in your story
Right.
about Buddy, right? And also because it was important to them to win, to come in first, second, third, whatever, right? Is that about kindness? I don't know. Conflicting goals, right? Athletic
And
achievement is a conflicting goal to that
I'd
at
like
that
to
point.
think that if people had the time to weigh it out, they would fall on the side of compassion, kindness, and love.
Yeah.
I might be naive.
And he
So,
got up and fell 4 times. And on the fourth time, these guys stopped.
Well,
to pick them up. Yeah, it's quite a story. And then also, if you didn't hear the news, people broke the 4 hour,
2 hour, 2 hour.
2 hour. They broke the 2 hour to run 26 plus miles in 2 hours. Averages at 15-ish miles per hour. Just incredible. And the guy who came in second place also broke the two hour mark, but he was 11 seconds slower than the first guy. Amazing what human bodies can do. All right.
Yeah.
I want
amazing.
go ahead. There's somebody had their hand up I missed. Okay, I'm going to try something. Yeah, go ahead, Carol.
The whole way athletics is structured is competitive. You're running against the time, but also against the other people who are running. And that's true
Yeah.
for football, it's true for baseball, it's true for every sport. And that's not the setting for compassion, it's the setting for focus.
You're right. And it's part Emmett went to a birthday party when he was two or second grade or so, and it was a football birthday party. And then when I picked him up, he said, "I hate it. I hate it. Everyone's just trying to hurt each other. Everyone's trying to win." I was like,
Greg had his hand up.
Thank you, George. Go ahead, Greg.
You're muted, Greg.
Greg, you have to unmute yourself.
All right. If Greg gets it, we'll come back to Greg. We can't unmute you though. You're still muted, Greg. Sorry, bud. While Greg's fighting with his microphone, I'm going to quote the comedian Dana Gould talks about American competition. He says, "Only in the United States can you have a baking contest where 24 people fail and only one person wins when everyone gets cupcakes at the end." Like if everyone's making cupcakes, how do you have 24 losers? They're cupcakes. Greg, go ahead.
Think I got it. Um, I used to be very, very impatient, rushing around, and those things that we were just talking about, I was very much part of them, passing up opportunities to help somebody until I experienced not getting the help from the person that was with me that I needed badly. And that's when I had my collapse and discovered my mental illness.
Mm.
And that was the big turnaround in my life. So I learned the hard way, but today it doesn't matter what I got going. I always have at least a couple seconds to acknowledge the other person, and if there's something that they need, to be able to satisfy their need in spite of my uh, whatever I out to do.
That's beautiful, Greg. I'm glad. I'm sorry
Yeah.
for how you learned that lesson, but I'm glad that you did.
It's Brian's
Amen.
principle of slowbriety.
Right. There's a phrase, slowbriety, which I picked up from a 12-step meeting, is
Oh,
slow down.
right.
A quick show of hands, and don't raise them quickly. How many of you know that you need to slow down a bit and you'd be kinder?
Amen.
Basically, I could have just said, "Can I ask everyone to raise their hands?" Okay. I want us to look at something. We're going to try it. I don't have all my technology, but we've done this a few times, and I have not looked at it ahead, but it goes like this. Here are negatives, here are positives, here are negatives. Here's change, here's not change. If you've never done this, we might be going a little bit, you might not catch all of it, but if we've done this before, stick with me. So if we change and we're slower, we're going to wind up being more kind. We're going to have more love, more compassion. If we slow down and we don't rush, we're going to. So the topic here is rushing. If we slow down, we'll be kinder. If we don't slow down, so this is don't slow down. If we don't slow down, the negative of not slowing down is what is the biggest problem that you could say happens if we don't slow down?
Speed.
We would go faster.
Impatient,
You injure yourself.
Yeah,
Burn,
we can engender ourselves or others. Go ahead, Diana.
burn out, and we
Burnout.
don't see others. We don't see the reality of others.
We might not see others.
We are abrupt and we cut each other off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put that under rude.
That's me.
We're rude. If we stopped rushing, we could be kinder and have more love. And that seems like, duh, obviously, let's do that. If we aren't kinder, if we aren't if we continue to rush, we can injure ourselves and others, burn out, not see people, and just flat out be rude. Here's the one I want us to think about. What is it to be gained by rushing? What is it? So we know what the problems of rushing are. We know what the goal of not rushing is. I want to know what, and
You've heard of the hare and the tortoise?
I have.
Well, be the hare, be the tortoise.
Go slow, go steady.
Just take it all at your own speed and you'll win.
Yeah, I love that. If
Although
we,
in that story, the hare actually doesn't rush. I was going to say that the advantage of continuing to rush is
yeah, wait, hold
potentially
on.
get more
Here,
done.
this is the benefit.
Get more done potentially.
Get stuff
Ron has his
done.
hand.
Not always, but maybe.
I like that answer. What other answers can we put in there? We get more stuff done. We're efficient. Yay, efficiency.
When?
We win. We
You
win the
get to know
marathon.
people. You get to know people on a deep level.
We get to know people on a deep level. I think that's up here. If we're kind and compassionate, we get to know people.
Ron has his hand up.
Go ahead. Folks, let me ask while I'm doing this here, because I don't have my other screen. If you have your hand up, just jump in.
Oh, okay. I started therapy on this last Wednesday, and it was my first session. I've been in therapy before, but there's always been goals for my therapy, and this time it was just for me. And so this was the getting to know you session. And I talked about being ADHD, and the therapist said something that really got me. He says, the neurotypical person tends to have task-based motivation.
The neurotypical person tends to have task-based
motivation.
Task-based. I am motivated by, if I'm neurotypical, I'm motivated by getting this done, checking it off my list, continuing on. Okay, yes, I'm
Right.
with you.
And the attention deficit person tends to have interest-based motivation.
Oh, that's interesting.
And so we switch back and forth because of interests, you know.
Oh,
And
that
so
makes a lot of sense to me, Ron. Thank you. Can I repeat
yeah,
that back so that I
and
know
it
I
also
understood it?
explains why sometimes I don't finish things that because I get bored with them
Right.
and move on to the next thing.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. That there's tasks. This is what I'm looking at here is task based. Rush to get a task done. I gotcha. I can if I'm rushing, I can get more done. I can win. See if we jump over here for a moment. If I stop rushing so much and I find that I'm kinder and I'm more loving and I get to know people better, what's the downside of that?
You might get fired.
Ugh,
That's a
yeah,
possibility. Yeah.
yeah. You're gonna get fired. You're gonna lose status. There's some
Yeah. Lose.
status of being the most stressed out puppy on the block.
And
Thank
sometimes
you,
that's not
Carol.
a bad thing because you learn.
Absolutely. We can put a footnote here, and this isn't always bad.
You're less productive quantitatively, but perhaps more productive qualitatively.
So if I change and I stop rushing around, I might wind up being fired because I'm not hitting my benchmarks. I'm not
What?
making widgets at the right speed. Or
What?
I might lose status. People might not care for me so much because I'm not getting as much done. That seems to work for me. Anything else to add on this? Other thoughts you
Um,
have? Some
a
aha. Go ahead,
comment I,
Ellen.
yeah, a comment I have about to switch this around a little
Yeah.
is if I'm dealing with a person who's trying to help me and says, I'll be right with you, I always say, now that's okay. I'm retired. And it works very well.
That's wonderful. That's a very kind thing to say. I'll be right with you. Take your time, right?
Yeah.
We can encourage people to not rush on our behalf. I think, thank you, Dan. Um, I think we can change the world. I do. I really think we can change the world if we slow down some. And I'm not saying that we do it perfectly, but if we could slow down by 2% this week, wow,
You'll be a lot more happier.
I think so.
Yep.
I
You'll only
think
be 2% happier. Percent is a small amount.
Ugh.
I think it takes more than that.
individual results may vary, George. And
And
if you want to do 5% less rushing, let's do 5% less rushing. Go ahead, Ann.
A lot depends on the environment we live in, and good point, whether we are retired or not. I live in Silicon Valley. I don't know if other people here live in Silicon Valley, but the motto of Silicon Valley is move fast and break things.
Mhm.
And that is the tech bro billionaires who, by the way, are bankrolling our administration's Project 2025 endeavors. Move fast and break things.
Yeah.
So, a lot depends on the environment in which you live. Thank God I'm retired now.
It is countercultural. It's really countercultural to do this. Our
Yeah.
culture says more fast, easy, fun. And we're saying no. We're saying kind.
Mhm.
We're saying stop rushing because kindness is more important. Kindness is more important. The end. Last week we talked about the things we can and can't control. Last week we talked about there are things we can't control like the weather, and there are things we can control like what I order for dinner. We can or can't control how kind we are.
Mm-mm. Right.
If we can control how kind we are, then we can mess with the entire equation. If I can change how kind I am, I can change the weather. I can't change the physical weather, it's still going to rain, but I can change how I treat myself when I forget an
Mhm.
umbrella. I can change how I treat you when I see you are all wet. I can change everything if I can get more kindness. I'm starting to feel like an evangelical here.
As long as you don't have an altar call.
Amen to that.
Yeah. Let me
As a Presbyterian, I can tell you there's nothing evangelical about that.
evangelical, if I go to the Greek of it, it's you unkelos, right? I got that, which is the good news. Evangelical means somebody
Well, the
who's
less
telling the
we listen to our hearts, the more
Jack, you got to say that again,
Thought that was gone.
please.
yeah, the more we listen to our hearts, the less our mind will spin, or the more the mind will not stop spinning.
The more we're in our
And that's how we.
hearts
So that's how I. That's yeah. That's how I slow down.
by being in our heart.
Yeah, just listening to it. It tells us. It's always talking to us. Very few
Yeah.
listen.
You
And
know
our
why we
mind
don't
keeps.
listen? Because we're rushing.
Yep.
You have to slow down to listen to your heart. Jack, I think you're onto something there. I
Yeah, I
have
spent
to
50
s-
years at it.
I think you've been around the block longer than 50 years, Jack. I'm not trying to out you.
Yeah, I know.
I
89
think you're
actually.
absolutely right. If I ask everyone, what's your heart telling you? I think instinctively we all know you have to slow down to get that answer. I'm really sharp and witty, and it's fun for me to really fast, but that's not where my heart is. If I'm going to tell you I love you, would you rather hear me say, oh, and I love you, and I love you, and I love you, and I love this about this person, I love this about that person? Or would you rather hear, hey, there's something I really love about you? Of course, it's more heart based.
It has to
Well,
do with sincerity.
Yeah, you're right.
So let me
And
ask a
it's the fact
question.
that you,
This is, I need you to think of a number. What percentage of the time do you spend rushing? And I'm going to give you, Maria, can you break us into small groups? And the instruction in the small group is to figure out for yourself and figure out if you can come up with a way of figuring out what percentage of the time are you rushing? Maybe in the course of a week, how much of that time is spent rushing?
Mm.
So we're going to go into small breakout rooms. If you don't want to go into a small group, do not click on the join room and you'll stay here back with me. Maria, if you would do I
Open the rooms.
yeah,
Can
would
I
you do it
suggest,
faster, please? Come on now.
Brian,
Wait,
Did it.
hold
we
on. Go
add
ahead.
to that?
Go
Can I
ahead.
just that we add to that? And any thoughts you have about what you want to do about that?
Correct. Thank you. How much are you rushing and what are your thoughts about doing that? I'm going to put that as there's a way of sending a note to everyone in the room. What
I think
percentage of the time are you rushing and what are you prepared to do about that? Maria, do I still have you here? Are you
yeah, you do.
able to send a chat to the, I don't know how do we
I
send a chat to all
it
the people?
we can broadcast a message to,
Yeah. Where's that?
if you go into the breakout rooms at the bottom, it's
Oh, I can't go into a breakout room where I think I screw everything up. Oh,
oh
there
no
we
no no.
go.
If you
No,
go
I got you. Yeah.
okay,
Broadcast.
okay.
Broadcast message. You know, one day we'll actually know how to do all this.
Sure, because we'll have tried absolutely everything and Zoom won't add anything more.
There we go. I did it.
There. See?
Let me
Good
say
job.
hi to Donna, who's staying back, and Ellen, and Ruth, and Michael, and Sherry. All right, who's in a rush to answer this question?
Oh, Ruth is.
Go ahead, Ruth.
My problem is that I can no longer rush because I have to use a walker to get around. And because I'm just slowing down, and I find it very frustrating.
Yeah, that's a wonderful point, Ruth. Slowing down and not rushing is not it's not your choice in this case.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. Michael, Ellen, Donna, anything you guys want to add?
I know when I'm doing it, and I feel like
Yeah.
I'm helpless. Like all day at work yesterday, there's nobody's riding my ass, but I am hustling. It's Friday, nobody cares, but I
Yeah.
do it
But you're so
automatic.
right. That's what someone was saying. Anne was saying it's in the water. Like we all drank this without thinking about it.
Yeah. Buddhists have a good, well, not just the Buddhists, but I mean, I understand meditation and mindfulness. I just wish it would happen faster.
That was funny.
Yeah.
I
I
hear
used to
that.
tell people I have a great course on patience, but I'll tell you about it next week.
Yeah.
So I can say that one of the previous people talked about Silicon Valley. I wasn't in Silicon Valley per se, but I was a computer programmer for 40 years. And the day I retired, everything changed. I love it. I still love it. And I appreciate it. So I think I notice much more now. I have time to notice. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
You're so busy, you don't even notice how crazy it is.
Right. Right. It's the blinders. We
Exactly.
can't see
Yeah.
anything because it's what
Yeah.
Ron was talking about. I'm being efficient. I'm
Yep.
being task oriented and
Yeah. Yeah.
being a good citizen.
I had to do something emergently the other night. And I was so frazzled, I could not even think straight to get it done.
Was this rushing, not rushing? This was trying to rush,
It
but
rushed my
unable.
my son was sick in another state. I had to get him something delivered through DoorDash, and I needed to, but just could not think straight. I had to center myself and
Yeah, right.
slow down to get through it.
Yeah, that's a definite problem. Current problem is we might get stuff done, we might win, but we also miss so much.
Mhm.
Yeah. Maria,
Find
how
So
is
what's
myself.
the answer?
well, Maria's about to tell us.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah, right. Like I have all the answers. No, I find myself rushing at times because I make more mistakes. Like if I'm doing something and I'm in a rush, I start to drop things or that sort of thing. And I can almost feel myself. I can't think of the word for it. Like I'm jittery or something like that, right? That sort of thing in my body, but also on the outside sort of thing. Um, and okay, here's the answer. Sometimes I am able to just stop and take a few deep breaths to try to center myself again.
I know I should have done that after the time has passed. I think, why didn't I slow down?
Yeah. Sometimes I'm not willing to take the time to slow down.
Yeah. I
Like,
want to get
yeah,
this done now. The faster I do
yeah,
it,
Yeah.
the sooner I'm done with that task. And
yeah.
I do it, you know where I do it is I do it driving. I'm always the car that's going 5 miles an hour faster than the other cars. I don't know what I'm in a rush to do, but I always have to be beating the other cars. Okay, I admitted it.
Yeah.
There you have it.
I
Not to
thought you drove slower.
I've been trying to, but I
Okay,
forgot.
because I've been doing it because you were doing it.
I
And so when
I slipped. I've totally slipped. I've completely fallen off the wagon. Glad I was a good influence for a minute.
yeah,
How we doing on time, Maria? Not to rush this.
we got a minute and 10 seconds.
All right. So
And then the minute to close the room. It's like,
yeah.
yeah.
So I'm going to ask us before we go back to the main group, is there a sentence that you would use? Not everyone was fortunate enough to be in our group. So is there some learning, a sentence or two that you can share to help everybody gain some of what we gained from our group? Like what's the take home point?
Trying.
Yeah. Go
I'm
ahead,
not
Robin.
Russian. I'm not Russian. I'm Canadian.
And when you're in the
Being
bathroom,
Russian and Canadian.
and when you're in the bathroom, European.
There you go.
Sorry about that.
Thank you. No, thank you.
You're very welcome. Anytime a dumb joke can be had.
That's what I say.
All right. So the people are coming back now.
Oh, wait,
Something just popped up on my
closing the
screen.
rooms.
Yes?
Yeah, I've closed the rooms. So
Okay.
they've got 60 seconds
To figure out.
before the
So Maria, I have some good news for you, which is the thing I threatened to do this week about stage 4.4. I don't think we have enough
right.
time to do it. So,
No, okay, okay. I've come up with another one for you,
oh, good.
which I believe is 3.14.
Why keep
As
something
long as
simple?
it comes before 4, that's fine.
How
Sorry,
about
Rob?
something old fashioned, Rabbi? I count to 10
Oh,
before you go forward.
It's a good idea.
good
Well,
idea.
welcome back, Greg and George, Larice. So I'm my group, and I'm hoping in your group there's some kind of wisdom or learning that you gained from your group without breaking anyone's anonymity. Is there a thing that you learned in your group that you want to share with the group as a whole so we can all benefit from each other? I think some people are still coming back. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Michael. What was the wisdom in your
I
room?
just found it comforting to be with a few people in that particular moment,
Yeah,
and it was very calming. Very
that's
nice
good.
to be able to talk with someone personally that I've seen but have never spoken to.
That's wonderful.
Yeah,
And it's
great.
it's the spaciousness, right? We had time to do it. When we
Yeah,
started doing breakout rooms years ago, I think I did them as 3 minutes because I
oh
didn't.
yeah, no, you, yeah,
And this, as you're saying, there was spacious time enough for people to not rush and get to know each other.
yeah, it's great.
What else did you pick up in your room? What wisdom learning came out that you can share?
Well, one of the things that came up in our group
Gary, why
is,
don't you share about your experience at the airport?
yeah, well, it was agreed in the group, and that was that when you put limits on yourself, 2% and 3%, that's exactly what you're doing. You're limiting yourself. Just be open to whatever the experience is.
That's right, Ray. Good
Okay.
job,
That's what
Ray.
I
You did
got.
good.
Oh,
It was
I called on Karen before to speak.
Oh,
I'm
well,
here,
Karen's
Greg.
got her hand up. Go ahead, Karen.
Yeah, I was telling that I was in the Phoenix airport this last weekend. So it depends on your circumstances. You can't just get off a plane and then go casually to your next plane. You have to be purposeful in going. So there is kind of a rush when you're in an airport, and a big one especially.
Right. I have a hack for that, which is I get to the airport 3 hours before my flight.
mm-hmm,
I don't rush. I don't rush anymore.
mm-hmm,
But when
mm-hmm.
there's a connection, sometimes there's no choice but to.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a way of being hurried without rushing, or maybe there's a way of rushing without being hurried. But I think we can go quickly without rushing. Go ahead, Diana.
Rabbi, why do you get to the airport 3 hours ahead of time?
Because I'm nuts. Because I get anxious. I get anxious if I don't have spacious enough time. And yet, yesterday on my flight here, the Lyft driver it canceled on me, and I had to wait another 15 minutes for a thing. But I knew I had enough time that it doesn't stress me. I don't want to be stressed out. And if you know my children and my wife, please thank them because they go along with me now early to the airport, and it's I do make it worth their while. If dad will treat you to any good food or cookies or candies at the airport. So, go ahead, Diana.
I'm going to travel with you.
I'm with you, Ruth.
We were talking about breathing and the technique of exhaling longer than you inhale.
Mm-hmm.
And we actually did that together.
I love that.
And the group was lovely. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. We had in our group the share that with aging, sometimes you don't have a choice but to not rush.
We did too.
Amen.
Yeah.
We actually recommend in our clinic that you do not spring out of bed in the morning, as just to ease out of bed and sit along the side before you ease out of the bed itself, so you will not get dizzy. So
Okay.
many doctor's appointments are made these days because people spring out of bed and they get dizzy and they don't know why. Don't do that.
Okay. So here's homework for everybody. And I will try it too. We'll check in next week. Homework is get out of bed slowly. There's 2%. That's 2% of the time is maybe about 2% of my day is me getting out of bed. That's a really slow entry, but I get the idea.
Especially if we're older.
Um, I'm looking at y'all. We're all older. Karen, you have your hand up. Oh no, that's a thumbs up. I apologize. I have an announcement to make. Um, some of you might know this announcement. Some of you might need a reminder. Remind yourself.
Okay.
That's exactly it.
It's okay not to be okay.
It's okay not to be okay.
Hey,
It's
would you
okay.
tell that to
Okay.
yourself? Actually believe it this time. It's okay not to be okay. Thank you. I
I
want
have
to
a
go ahead.
We need Maria.
Maria?
Maria to
Yep.
read the
Yes,
names.
yeah.
Okay.
That's exactly what we're up to. Go ahead, Maria.
These are the people to whom we are sending light and love. Mish, Claire B., Scott and Samantha, Greg, Amy G., Alex C., Sheridan H., Aru Lane Hill and Ebony, Rita S., Sherry H., Kim W. and family, Shirley and Olivia, Frank S., Rita F., and Barbara D., Barbara G., Cullen and kids, Nick and Julie, Lois and Daryl, Patrick, Gwen and Reed, and Bill and Karen. If there is another person in our community to whom we can offer light and love, please put their name in the chat, and I will add them to the list on Facebook. And for the people who aren't named, but who are in our thoughts, we send them light and love as well.
Thank you, Maria. We're going to take a minute at this time.
Oh.
Thank you. I want to share one thing before we go, and it's a follow-up to It's Okay Not to Be Okay. It looks like this. I am not okay today. So in the absence of okay, what else can I be? I can be gentle, I can be unashamed, I can turn my pain into connection. I can be a student of stillness, I can be awake to nature. I can sharpen my empathy against the stone of my discomfort. I am not okay, but I am many worthy things.
Wow,
That's
Beautiful.
that's profound.
Please put that in the chat.
Put it, yeah,
I'm gonna
email it.
I'll put it in the thing that gets emailed to everybody. All
Oh,
right,
great.
folks.
Right.
Let's do.
Rabbi,
Yeah.
before we go, can I just say a word of thanks to everyone for your thoughts and prayers? That's been a big help for me to get from point A to point B. And I'll be being released Tuesday. So I'm looking
Oh,
forward to being back home.
Glad
yeah.
glad to have you. Thank you for
Oh,
that,
yeah.
Greg. I'm going to stop the recording now. And if you're new around here, there are some instructions that are about to come from Maria. Thank you all for being here.
Yep.
See you, Rabbi.